Hello and happy 2018. I hope you had a great New Year's. So for 2018, I got a lot of fun things coming. There's going to be painting giveaways and I'm going to start doing more tutorials. We're going to start off 2018 with a little 2018 New Year's celebration still life. When I started this still life, I quickly realized that I was going to need a little help getting the placement of everything correct because there were so many little pieces. I wanted to make sure my ratios were correct. So I started out by putting little tick marks on the canvas at every inch horizontally and vertically, so it would help me line things up and see where everything was supposed to be. My inspiration for this painting actually originated from one of Cynthia Shepard's videos on YouTube where she does a detective still life. And I really liked the idea of that you're sort of looking at the scene of the crime. And I was working on this painting on New Year's Eve because I wanted to start doing some quick studies for 2018. And what better way to do a quick study for 2018 than have it be about New Year's, since I started working on this painting on New Year's Eve. So my New Year's Eve celebration was to go out and buy a bunch of New Year's Eve party supplies and set up this still life so that I could have a 2018 New Year's still life. The still life is really sort of like the aftermath of the party with all the party supplies sort of strewn around. I was really excited to find the 2018 glasses. I had seen these sort of glasses like in movies and stuff, and I had never actually bought any or even seen any in person. And so I was really excited that the store I went to just happened to have some 2018 glasses. I figured they were perfect. Once I had the drawing in place, then I start adding some color, and I really wanted to work on the glasses first to get those numbers in correctly. And I wanted them to be kind of darker so that, the light was really bright behind them. The feeling that I was really going for in this painting was that this is like the aftermath of the party, the mess that you sort of have to clean up after your big celebration. I really should have had a yellow ochre on my palette for this painting, which would have really helped out with the gold colors. I didn't have one, and so I had to end up making my own sort of ochre colors. And I'm not super happy with the way that they came out, but since this is a quick study, that was my goal, was to try to get this painting done very quickly and be more gestural than I normally work. Really just trying to get in some extra practice and getting things down as fast as possible and not worrying so much about what the finished painting looks like. In college, I took 3 semesters of a class called Quick Studies. And so in that class, you're encouraged to do paintings within 45 minutes. And so by the end of the class, by the 3rd semester, we were doing paintings within half an hour, 25 minutes. So it really teaches you to make decisions very quickly, to mix quickly, to get your shapes down quickly. And overall, this can help with your confidence in painting and eventually lead to, better choices when you're working on a finished piece. So for 2018, I really want to start doing a series of these, and I plan to have some sort of paint along or projects that we can do together. I'm going to have these open to my patrons, where I will provide either, color palettes and reference images so that we can all work together on doing some quick studies. I think that of all the classes that I took in art school, this was one of the most impactful classes because you would never think that you could do a completed oil painting in 25 minutes. And it definitely took, working up to that point. We started at like an hour, worked our way down to 45, and then down to half an hour and 25 minutes. So it's definitely something to work towards and work on. And being able to accomplish something that you can recognize what it is within that time frame, it's really an amazing feeling. My goal is to be able to share this process with you and teach you how to be able to accomplish a painting within 45 minutes. Granted, this painting did not take me 45 minutes. This was sort of a warm-up, and I knew that I was putting a lot of different things in the composition so that it was going to be a little bit too much to accomplish in 45 minutes. You do want to keep your quick studies very simplified and, go for basic shapes. I will have an hour-long version of this painting available to my patrons. If you're interested, you can click on the link down below and visit my Patreon page. In order to reach my goal of teaching you how to work more quickly, I'm going to have to get my chops back and start working more quickly as well. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to focus on doing some quick study still life so I can work on getting quicker and faster, reminding myself how to do it so that I can help you get there too. One of the great things about quick studies is you really don't need to worry about your subject quite as much. You're not investing a lot of time in it, so it really gives you the opportunity to try painting things that you may not normally want to paint or choose to paint. I feel like one of the issues for people getting started with painting is the debate and the dilemma of what should I paint. And so that's sort of relieved when you're doing a quick study. It doesn't really matter. It's more just the process and getting it going. I will mostly be doing still life as that's something that I really enjoy doing. Eventually, once the weather starts getting a little warmer, I'm going to try to add some landscapes, and maybe eventually I'll add in some figures. Do you have any art-related New Year's resolutions? That's one of mine, is to get back into quick studies and be able to accomplish paintings very fast. Another one of my goals for 2018 is to try using different color palettes. I've actually never really experimented with using different palettes, so I want to take this opportunity to try some different ones using different color gamut and limited palettes and see what I come up with, see what I like, see what I don't like. I'll definitely be making some videos of this process. This is one of the things I think I'm most excited to start working on, is being able to put together quick studies and different color palettes. So I'll be able to have the opportunity to experiment without having to invest a lot of time. We are all so busy these days that it can be very difficult to find time to especially experiment and explore with painting. As the time continued to tick by while I was working on this painting, I realized that I need to be a little bit more choosy and careful about what I decide to do for my studies. That this one, having so many pieces with little intricate details, made it so that it took quite a bit longer than I had anticipated. I was hoping to get it done within 4 hours. It ended up taking me about 5.5, probably 6.5 if you count setup time and everything. But overall, I still think that that's pretty quick for a painting. I'm excited about it and excited to continue with the quick studies and get faster and faster, and also to be able to share the process with you. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below. I do read all the comments and I respond to as many of them as I can. I also live stream painting on Twitch a few days a week, so if you head on over to Twitch, you can check out my schedule there. Thanks so much for watching. I really enjoy having you here, and I will see you next week. And thanks again to the Etc. Kid for allowing me to use his awesome live improv music for these videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.